The champ herself, Amanda Nunes, on the road to UFC 239, July 6th, when you will defend your Bantamweight title against Holly Holm. But let's start here, Amanda. There's a lot of titles in your life these days. The UFC Bantamweight Championship, the Featherweight Championship you, of course, won in your last fight against the legend Chris Cyborg. What about this title, though, that some people are giving you now? G.O.A.T, the GOAT. What does that mean to you?
It's awesome, you know. It's a dream coming true, and be the best. And all the fans like to call me like that. I like it.
You get into a lot of debate when you're talking about the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Are you right now the greatest female fighter in MMA history?
Yes, for sure. I'm the greatest of all time, and I have 2 belts, you know. I feel like never happened before in the women's MMA, and this is the first time I'm the best.
So for people that may not believe the Lioness is the best, they may say, well, I prefer Ronda Rousey, I prefer Chris Cyborg. Why do you have a one-up over them?
No, everybody have your own opinion, you know, but I'm the one right now.
Well,
this is my era.
This
right
is
now.
your era, and I certainly believe that you're the GOAT because you've beaten every big name. I think Holly Holm may be the last remaining former champion in your weight class, in your area that you haven't beaten. So what's at stake in this fight against Holly Holm?
Holly is the former champion. This is the only one that I didn't beat yet, and I think that's why this fight is gonna be very interesting, and I'm excited for it.
Now, Amanda, you're 30 years old. You seem to be right in the peak of your physical prime. You're already the most accomplished women's champion we've seen. Sometimes when I read your interviews, though, I hear the words retirement. I hear the words, maybe I'll walk away. Where are you at mentally right now? How much longer do you want to fight?
You know, I feel like I have a couple more things to do in the MMA career, and we'll see. We never know. We always think we know, but I love what I do, you know. I feel like when I stay away for a couple months, I miss a lot. And sometimes I think, you know, I think I did everything for this sport, and I might retire soon. But when I started training again, you know, getting that vibe back and the excitement, everything, so like, man, I can do this for a little more. And we never know, you know. I feel like I have 2 big fights coming up soon. I feel like Holly and maybe the rematch against Cyborg is gonna be awesome. And you see, I take from that.
Take me back to that night, UFC 232, December, Los Angeles. You're moving up in weight. You were the underdog. Chris Cyborg hadn't lost since her pro debut, an incredible winning streak. You were never shaken in any of the interviews. You were quiet, calm. What did you know that we didn't know entering that fight?
Yeah, I believe in myself the whole time. I know I would be the only one beat Cyborg. And this is driving me through the whole promo, the whole camp, because I believe in myself. When I text Dan White, I say like, give me that fight. I'm gonna be a first double champion in the history. And he believed in me. He said like, I love that. I think I'm gonna make this happen. I said like, okay, I waited for your call back. And then he called me back. Then he said, you got this, you the next. So like, listen to me. I'm gonna beat Cyborg and we're gonna celebrate together.
Did you have the celebration? Tell me about it.
No, just to say because, you know, it was a happy moment for my life. You know, I believe it the whole time. Everybody around me, my coach, my family, everybody believed in me since day one. And when it happened, was like, I'm not surprised. We know it's gonna happen. We know everything Cyborg has. We know. I watch Chris like since Strikeforce. She was the champion. Was my first fight in Strikeforce at the time. She already was the champion, and I always watch her. I always like see what she can have, what good and bad about her game, and work a lot. You know, I knew the future I'm gonna fight her.
You didn't just beat the legend Cyborg, you dismantled her. You did it in her weight class. She wasn't just the greatest of all time coming in, she's a Brazilian icon, hero. What is it like for you when you go back to your native Brazil? What has been the reaction after defeating Cyborg?
Actually, it's been okay. You know, they take it very well. I feel like this sport is only can be one, you know. And I feel like I keep proving to myself, to everyone, I'm the best. And then take that fight was to prove that for me. You know I can do more. I know I can go I can go to the top, like the planet with that fight. And I want to see that. You know, I want to go through the whole process mentally, physically, to see what I'm capable of, because it's a lot of pressure. Cyborg never lost. You know, her first fight was like something like weird is going on in that fight. No, was like a lost, I feel like. But she never lost before, you know? And something back in my mind tell me like, you're gonna be the one. And I wanna see that, you know? When you like have those things, you keep driving forward, and I wanna see that the whole time.
I love what I hear from you, because I can feel your mental strength, your belief in yourself. I think that's ultimately what must separate you when you fought each of these legends, whether it's Miesha Tate, Ronda Rousey, Cyborg. Where does that come from when you look back on your life? Why are you that mentally strong?
I feel like grow with this sport, you know? You can sit down and then wait. You have to try to find the answers, because MMA keep growing, you know? If you stop, a lot of people is gonna drive through you, and you're gonna be a step. And I always try to you know, like I try to like find new things. I try like find like what is MMA so big? Why MMA is so big? Because people have to evolve with them, you know. And I think like that. I keep evolving with this sport. I feel like this is making me strong.
Yeah, and you've been able to come back from some early defeats in the beginning of your career, where some fighters, we see it, you know, we see Ronda Rousey at the highest level, suffers a loss, is never the same. What did those early losses do to you that have helped you become unrivaled success, champ in the UFC?
Yeah, actually that fight against Cat was a huge thing in my career, supposed to happen. I always say that fight's supposed to happen, you know. I have the fight in my hand, I was ready, but it's not was my time. I not supposed to be my moment. I know I was better than her that night. I was ready and everywhere, but for some reason, that night's supposed to be hers. She might need more than me that night, and I give it to her. But helped me a lot to make a lot of changes, adjustment, and I feel like I supposed to move to America top team, you know.
That was the turning point.
That was the first thing that I did, you know. My other gym helped a lot, you know, too. But one day I decided like walking inside the gym, America top team, and I feel something different. You know, when you walk in some place, you feel like this place make me like comfortable. And when I walk in this gym, like I feel like I'm gonna be a champion here.
Love that.
And
love
now.
That.
Who I am, now here I am.
All right, to be a champion, we've established it. You got to be mentally tough. You've got to be able to bounce back from hardship. When was the moment, though, that you realized you had it? You could become not just a champion, but a potential Hall of Famer, greatest of all time. Is there a turning point in your career that you realized that?
I feel like everything's happened like so fast in my career. Like sometimes I wake up, I have new ideas, new movie to try in training. Happen a lot with me. I dream about something, and I put in the planet, I put in the world, you know. Sometimes I dream like with a movie, I say, Nina, let me do something at the house right when I wake up. Like, let me try this on you. You know, I feel like in my life, everything is that.
You gotta have a notepad by the bed. You gotta write down these dreams.
The moment is like bringing me to who I am now. And I wake up, sometimes I think something like, oh, I think that one is gonna be good. And Cyborg was just a tall as well. Like, one day me and Nina was watching her fight. Nina looked at me like, man, I think you can beat her. Honestly, I train with you every day. Like since day one we met, we never spent one moment away from each other. I know you can beat Cyborg. I said like, I know too, but it's not the moment yet. Giving me like, I have to prepare like everything right here, my mind, my brain, or in my mind, my body to like really put this on me. Because if people tell you, you're gonna say yes, but you have to be ready for say yes,
definitely,
you know?
Definitely.
Until one day, like, say like, you know what, like I'm gonna do it. And I don't have nothing to lose, you know? I have to keep testing myself, and that was a huge moment for me.
Well, you certainly have somebody in your corner. You mentioned Nina Ansaroff, your fiance, UFC women's strawweight contender. This is an incredible relationship that so many people love to watch you guys. what you stand for, the fact that we have two elite fighters in the same household. How did you guys meet? You got to tell the story.
It's cool. We met at the gym. You know, I used to train in MMA Masters in Miami. I used to live in the gym, things like that. And from nowhere, Nina show up. I always say like, supposed to happen. Supposed to happen. And since that day, we never left each other. It's like, that was pretty cool. She helped me a lot through my career, you know. Nina is a great fighter as well. She has a great vision. She knows what is going on in my eyes, you know. I know everything about her too. Like me and her, the coach, have like a perfect relationship, because you have to have that. Because I'm in the gym. When I leave the gym, I'm with somebody else. I'm not with the coach all the time. You know what I mean? The coach have to have a feedback from Amanda outside, you know? And we have those things. Nina be able to walk through that with my coach when my turn. When her turn, I do the same. I walk through that coach. I don't think she's sleeping very well today, you know? Like, I feel like she's like, feel a little bit sad and things like that. Like, we know how to walk very well. I feel like Nina came into my life, like, she really like helped me grow. And with each other, we've been growing a lot. Since the moment that I met her, through here, you see how everything's becoming like amazing. And I feel like we live a little bit a relationship at the side, and we become a friend and training partners. I feel like that's why it's like we together until today. And we be around each other every single day since day one. I never like, oh, I don't want to see Nina's face today. Never happened. You know what I mean?
When you see her at work, you see her at home, it's everywhere.
Actually, I miss her when she goes somewhere. I say, like, can you come back?
All right, what's the sparring history between the two of you? I'm sure you must motivate each other. What is it? Does it get aggressive? Sometimes when you have a brother combination, they don't want to spar each other. Do you guys still spar?
We don't spar anymore, but we used to. And because we know so much the game of each other, used to be very competitive.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And one time, our last sparring, we really got so mad at each other because she connected me and I connected, and then we don't like that because the ego between both of us is huge. And I say, like, the coach, like, you know what, Nina? I don't think you guys should spar anymore. I think you guys should like help each other, like we put somebody else and then you guys coach each other. But you should be good. But when you see happen a lot of things, like I injured Nina a lot. She like gave me a couple injuries as well, and then like was a little bit like intense.
Maybe that was the right decision then.
But I walked very well in a couple moments. But now I feel like no, let's not do this anymore. We don't. No amateurs anymore.
Yes.
We have to be professional, for sure.
I love it. All right, I want to talk about what's left for you at Challenges. You said maybe 2 fights left. You got Holly Holm, you're not looking past her. Maybe a rematch with Cyborg. When I read all of your interviews, Amanda, and sometimes you mention your old rival, Valentina Shevchenko, the UFC flyweight champion, 125 pounds. Is this a real thing, the idea of you, champion at 135, champion at 145, to cut down to 125? Talk to me about this.
Honestly, that would be awesome, you know. Like I talked to my nutritionist, and it's something like it's gonna be impossible to do.
Impossible?
Impossible, because to go to 135 is like horrible for me. You know, that's why I decided to go up for a little bit to rest my body. My whole career I have to cut weight, and you know, it's very crazy. And I decided to go up, but I thought I can do 125. I thought I can do. I started for a little bit. I said like, I don't think I can get there. I don't think so. And that would hurt me a lot.
Definitely.
And I'm not gonna fight well. But if I could, I would be able to get that belt.
But Amanda, maybe you can't cut down to 125. But Valentina feels like there's unfinished business between you. Some people want to see a third fight between you, whether it's at 135 or not. Could that be in your future? Do you want one?
You know, whatever. For me, like, depend of my next step in my career. I beat her twice already, clear twice. And I feel like the fans want to see Amanda Nunes versus Cyborg. I think it's more like interesting for them. I feel like it's the most two dominated women on the planet. I feel like that make perfect sense. I feel like she's like have to care about her belt now, her division, build herself as a aggressive fighter. You know, she's dangerous. She's good at what she in her game, but she's not enough for me. I beat her twice. I proved already. And if you wanna be the champion, you have to go for. You wanna get that belt, you have to like drive it through the champion. You have to prove you better, submit, knock out the champion. She did that to me. I tried to find the whole time the fight was 5 rounds, and I chased her the whole time. Like, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight. Where are you? Where are you? She always responded me, but no was enough to get the belt. That's why she went down to 125. She knows she can beat me. If she was 100% sure she can beat me, she would stay in the 135. She's like, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get the belt. But she didn't. She went more easy for her. Go to
you heard
25.
the champ right here. All right, we don't want to keep you too long. You got a lot of training and preparation for July 6th, UFC 239 in Holly Holm. But we're in ATT, American Top Team, arguably the best gym in all of MMA, some of the top male and female fighters in the world. Is it hard for you to find legitimate sparring partners at this point? You've toppled 2 divisions. Do you prefer to spar with men over women, women over men? What is it like for you?
Honestly, like, we have everything. Like, those guys, they kick my ass. You know, those girls too. We have Kayla Harrison. He, like, is a big girl. She helped me a lot. And, you know, we have all those girls. Even Nina, even all those 115 girls, all those girls help, you know? If you know how to train, if you know how to take a little things for every training sparring, you're good. And imagine I have a lot of bodies here, you know, to keep moving forward in this sport, keep grow. All the styles, like we have so many fighters here, I can put like one each, like I'm gonna fight the whole weight class, in my weight class, the whole girls, because we have all the styles here, you know, and I feel like the gym is the best, and I think because that, I'm moving forward in this sport for sure.
All right, champ, I couldn't help but notice the great ink you got here on your left arm. You've got 200, which of course is your victory over Miesha Tate to win the Bantamweight title at UFC 200. 232 was the victory over Cyborg for that featherweight title. Will there be another tattoo in that line right there?
I think maybe, yeah, for sure. Let's see, I feel like these two was the most like powerful one. UFC 200, that was, I becoming the champion was a huge moment in my life. I never forget that moment. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this one against Cyborg was like another level. And we'll see. I feel like I don't want to tattoo my body anymore, but we'll see.
We'll see. July 6th, UFC 239. The last remaining former champion available at this moment for Amanda Nunes against Holly Holm. The champ herself, thank you so much for the time.
Appreciate
Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.